Hi guys, so in this video we're gonna be talking about on how to make sci-fi material in Blender. So let's delete the cube and add a plan, scale it up and rotate it on a y-axis on 90 degree. Okay, so open up a new window here and then go to shader editor, hit N to hide this window and hit new to add a new material to it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add an HDRI so I can light up the scene with HDRI and we can see the reflections and other stuff with these clearly. Okay, so I edit this and let's change some rendering settings, ambient occlusion, bloom and screen space reflection to be turned on with EV. So let's make the color a bit gray so we can see what is going on. I'm gonna add a texture and it's a noise texture to here, and now I'm gonna add a color ramp to here. Connect the factor with the factor, but before doing this I'm gonna increase the metallic value of it. And if I go to render view, as you can see we are having a metallic surface like that. So after that I'm coming to film and make it transparent so we will not be able to see the background with doing this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit Control T with a node wrangler add-on enabled. So for now I'm not gonna use mapping node, I'm just using the texture coordinate node with the noise texture. So I'm gonna connect the object with the vector, and I'm not gonna use the generated, but I'm gonna use the object. Okay, so next thing is to select it and arrange them so connecting factor with the factor and then color with the roughness of the principal node. So as you can see we got some amazing roughness, but I didn't like that one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change some setting, increasing the detail to 15 and making it a bit rough. So we will be able, I'm gonna make it 0.7. so I'm gonna grab this handle somewhere right in here. So actually we can see it's really be the rough. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna increase the black value so we will be able to add some more shininess, but I'm gonna make this color a bit gray so we will not have much shyness. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is to grab it just backside. So actually we are having a good material of metal with kind of imperfection in it. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is to add overnight texture. So I'm gonna hit Shift A, texture and overnight texture to right in here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a color ramp. So Shift A, converter, color ramp. But yeah, it's right in here, color ramp. I'm gonna add these to here. I'm gonna connect these with the factor and the mapping node to the upper value vector. Okay, so actually we are making bump for this texture, so I'm gonna make it F2 and I'm gonna make it chibi cube. So with these, by doing this we will get the shape of a cube in the texture. So I'm gonna connect these with a bump node. So I'm gonna search for bump node and connect it to the height of the bump node, and then let's arrange them and connect the normal with the normal. So as you can see we got some amazing look of sci-fi kind of a things with the normal node, and it looks pretty dope. So we need to change some settings to make it much better. So I'm gonna grab these to arrange it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate it. So I'm gonna hit Shift D, duplicate it and grab it somewhere right in here. So next I'm gonna grab these here and connect it with the factor of this color ramp. So actually we are making a color, different color for these material. So I'm gonna zoom in just a bit so you can see it clearly. I'm gonna make these, I'm gonna change some colors. I'm gonna grab it into here. I'm gonna change it from linear to constant, and I'm gonna make that color very dark, I think very black. So I'm gonna grab these into here, something like that. Select it, and we're going to change the color to something like very gray. So as you can see like that, I'm gonna change the white color to something whitish gray, add a new handle to it. So actually we're making multiple colors for one object. I'm gonna grab this handle to somewhere right in here. I'm gonna add a new one and also grab it to here. So now we will change the color of those handles. So actually we are making multiple colors for one material. As you can see, I'm gonna add a new one. I'm gonna grab it into here, and as you can see, it looks pretty dope. But we didn't apply it to this. I'm gonna change it into something like gray, and I'm gonna add a new one. I'm gonna grab these into here, and I'm gonna change it to pretty gray. So I'm gonna make it white. As you can see, it's look good. But now if I connect the color with the base color, you will see the magic. Let's wait for it because AV takes time to load, and as you can see, we got some kind of a multiple color on the surface of it, and it looks pretty good. You can change the color, it's fully up to you. So I'm gonna change some color because I didn't like them at all, but if you do, you can leave it something like that. Okay, I'm gonna make it a bit grayish. So actually we're making a sci-fi material, so it's not must be pretty white, and it can be anything. So I'm gonna select this one, grab it to there. So I want that the yellow color must not be very high amount because it doesn't look that good, but I'm gonna change some parameter. So actually it's fully up to you. As you can see, it looks pretty good. And now what I'm gonna do, let's set the emission. So let's give it some room. I want to add some emission, so I'm gonna hit shift D and duplicate it and grab this color M to here. So let's arrange them. So I'm gonna grab this handle from here to there, this socket, and now if I zoom in, I'm gonna grab this one, okay, and invert it because I'm making some kind of a emission, and I'm gonna change it to something like pretty blue, and it's look good. I'm gonna grab the color into the emission. So actually with these we can make some amazing emission. So let's let it to load because AV takes time. It's depend on your PC. As you can see, we got a little emission, but if we increase the strength of it to something like 20, it will be fine. And now if I grab these handle back, you can get more emission and more emittive object in the scene. So it's fully up to you. If you want to animate it, you can also animate this guy. Okay, as you can see, we got some amazing emission in the object. So now we are going to make a displacement map because I want that to be displaced, but for this you have to change the rendering engine into cycle from EV because EV don't support the displacement maps. So I did it. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the noise. I'm gonna grab these to here. Sorry, I'm not gonna grab this for normal. I'm gonna grab this from the color ramp to the height. So I'm gonna grab the displacement to the displacement. So actually we're getting displacement, but not at all because we need to change some settings. So go to material settings and then scroll down and go to settings and change from bump only to displacement only. And then what you're going to do, we're going to make some more subdivision for this because with a small geometry it will not work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to solid view, hit tab to go to edit mode, and I'm going to subdivide it by clicking the left button, subdivide it. I can do it from here, but I like to do it manually, so I'm going to subdivide up to these. So subdivide it again, and yeah, it can work with it. So I'm going to go to render view and see the results. As you can see, we got displacement, but it's very a lot, and we want just a bit. So I'm gonna make the scale to 0.3 or 0.2, and it's pretty fine for your material. And as you can see, we got some amazing material. So guys, it's finished. If you want more like that, You can hit subscribe button, also the bell icon, because it make a big difference for us. And if you do, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for watching. Like this video, comment on us, and also share it with your friends so they can also take advantage of it. So thanks for watching.